How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at my newest Dollar Tree Blu-ray and DVD haul. Now, unfortunately, I only have one Blu-ray. Sometimes you find all the Blu-rays, sometimes you only find one. But I got one Blu-ray and 9 DVDs to take a look at, so 10 items. And before we get in to the haul, I'd just like to really quickly say thank you to everyone who's watched. Thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. This has become the most successful thing I do on this channel, and that wouldn't be without you guys. So really big thank you to everybody for making this thing successful. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Part 17, I am getting close to part 20, and I'll probably do something fun for that. Anyway, let's just jump right in. Today, our first movie, the only Blu-ray, is Sandra Bullock and George Clooney in the movie Gravity. I have not seen this one yet. I've heard it was pretty good, a space movie. You get the two of them, they're in a supposedly routine spacewalk. Disaster strikes and they're stranded in space, plus nearly 3 hours of special features. I had obviously heard of this when it came out, never really got a chance to watch it, and I've been kind of meaning to, and every now and then I'd see it and almost pick it up. But hey, came around to Dollar Tree, and I could pick it up for just $1. This is one of those movies that I was quite happy to see. You know, it is kind of older, so I get how it got there. But, you know, every now and then in Dollar Tree you see a big movie, and sometimes even on Blu-ray. And yeah, I mean, hey, I'd, been wanting it for a while, and I finally got a chance to pick it up. Plus, it's actually a DVD Blu-ray combo pack there. So, yeah, even though it didn't say so on the box, it's actually a combo pack, which, if you remember the last one, part 16, I found The Conjuring, which was also the same way, where it didn't say that it had the DVD in there as well, but I'm glad to have it. And you see, Gravity, DVD, Gravity, Blu-ray. Clear, simple labeling. I really do like that. You know, sometimes you have to really look to see which one's which. Up next, we have a Scream Factory movie. This is another one I had heard about for a bit, and I'm finally getting to pick it up. This is a movie called Jackals. Sacrifices Must Be Made. So you get this guy who gets kidnapped and taken back to his parents' house because, you see, he had joined a cult and was brainwashed, and his parents paid to, get him back, and they're paying a guy to unbrainwash him. However, the former members of his cult show up and want him back. I had seen this around, like a lot of horror movies, and I had seen it floating around at several used movie stores, and I again, almost picked this up several times, but here I found it for just $1, so yeah, I'm definitely picking it up now. They actually, this is a see-through case, and they didn't put an image back here, but they did print it black, which is a nice touch, and there's the disc, which is just the logo from the movie, no picture, black with some texture. But anyway, I'll look forward to watching it. A modern Scream Factory movie. Scream Factory does some pretty good stuff. Up next, a Gravitas Ventures one. Before Someone Gets Hurt. This is actually on Prime at the moment, but Prime stuff comes and goes, so who's to say if it's going to be on there when you guys find it. It was all fun and games. So you get these kids going up to this cool-looking haunted house. Love the cover and the cool logo on this one. But these people are ghost investigators that are doing it online, but some cable TV is interested in them, and that would be a significant career boost. They go and investigate the murder house, and unfortunately they have a tendency to want to prank each other. So when spooky stuff starts happening, they don't know if it's someone just pranking them or if it's legitimately spooky, but we know because we're watching a scary movie that it's gonna be scary, and this should be quite fun. Ghost investigators. I think they say here that they like debunking stuff or something. And yeah, one of those ghost investigator movies. I wonder if it's going to be found footage or not. Probably blended, huh? But anyway, looks interesting. That's a whole subgenre, and the ghost subgenre is the ghost investigators ones. And hey, young kids pranking each other, reminiscent of online videos, YouTube and stuff. So that looks cool, and the lone light up at the top. So that's fun. Up next is the only one with a slipcase. 2307 Winter's Dream, or as it describes it up top, Mad Max on Ice from Slash Film. And actually, some embossing on the cover. That's pretty fun. So slip it out, same thing. And you look on the back, it talks about how it's 2307 AD, the Earth is frozen over and almost uninhabitable, so they genetically alter people to be stronger and faster and tolerate extreme cold. But a rogue human, ASH-393, or Ash 393, goes rogue against the government, and they send a team of Spartan 7 soldiers to hunt down and kill him. So yeah, Mad Max on Ice sounds fun. I think this one also might be on Prime at the moment, but again, Prime stuff comes and goes so quick, so by the time you watch this, who knows. But yeah, I'll definitely, if it's on Amazon Prime, add that to the queue. But yeah, Mad Max on Ice sounds fun. Add that to my sci-fi collection. I do mostly horror movies, but I do like some sci-fi. Up next, Bloodshot. I had to buy this because look at that big old eyeball. That's fun. The game goes from legal to lethal. So while you have this big eye in the front, you flip it to the back. This guy named Jonah is looking for clues about his brother's death. You see, there's this game, kind of I think like the movie Nerve. I never saw that movie, but I'm familiar with the concept. There's a game where people have to do stuff, and the crazier things they do, they get more sponsors and in turn more money. And you have an eye camera so people can see what you see. Actually, I did a movie recently on the Shudder Collection Volume 3, the Furies, where they had kind of that thing where it's like an eye camera. It was in that movie as well. But they eventually find that the game definitely goes too far and people are starting to get killed. So that sounds like a fun concept. And the disc is the big giant eye again. Actually, here it's in the sky around like helicopters, and there it's just on this white cloudy background. So that's cool. A little simpler for the disc. Bloodshot. Up next, two BBC films. This first one, Save Our Skins. It doesn't make it clear on the front, but if you read the description on the back, it's supposed to spell it SOS. So SOS, Save Our Skins. And it's about these two guys who, average Joe / kind of bumbling, and they wake up one day to find that they are the last two people on Earth, and they have to figure out what happened to all the other people. And of course there's monsters, but there might be a way to save humanity, and maybe there's more people around, I don't know. But hey, two guys wandering around a big empty city, the idea that everyone else just disappeared. This seems really fun. I'm actually pretty eager to watch this one. I really do like the everybody disappeared subgenre, if you will. There's the disc with the picture from the back on it of the two guys. So SOS, or Save Our Skins, from the BBC. BBC Movie 1, but then we find BBC Movie 2, Witchcraft, with this cool Grim Reaper looking figure. Evil never dies. And now it doesn't advertise as BBC as much, but if we look in the bottom corner, there is the BBC logo, and this is actually a sticker for the Canadian video rating, so kind of weird that that wasn't printed on like normal. But it talks about this professor who is chosen to base his new film off Ezekiel Oliphant, a 17th century man who was drawn and quartered because they believed him to be a witch, and they go and get this guy, Professor Alan Oakfield, who knows a lot about it, and they're going to get him to help work on the film. But they begin to find that maybe he knows not just a lot about it, maybe he's actually obsessed with it, and maybe there's something more to it. Maybe he knows more than he's letting on. Open it up. It's the front cover again on the disc, but it's a pretty cool cover. And there's the BBC logo. So another BBC horror. Maybe I should do a video, BBC horror collection, you know, watch all this BBC stuff and then tell you guys, you know, in one big video about them. That sounds like a fun idea. Up next, I have 3 films from Magnet here. And the first one is actually one I was super glad to find, one that I'm a big fan of. This movie, a film by Quentin Dupleix. It's called Rubber. And this tire here, for no apparent reason, suddenly gets up and has a consciousness. It rolls around and it finds that with its mind, it can actually make stuff die. It can, you know, blow up like a bird or maybe even a person. And it's rolling around and sort of terrorizing as a weird little monster there. But as a fun little added bit of meta commentary, there's a guy, well, 2 people, who have a group of people watching these events, kind of like the audience is watching the movie, and they start to ask questions about it, like, why is the tire doing this? And they're trying to just get out of telling this really weird story, but the audience wants to know. So there's a fun meta element to it. But anyway, I saw this. It's weird, and not everybody's gonna like it, but, you know, a fun, self-aware B-movie that talks about making movies and, you know, maintaining an audience's interest. It's really weird, but I love this movie. But not for everybody. If you don't like it, that's fine, but I really do love Rubber. I need to check out the rest of the stuff he did. I think he did a movie called Wrong that looks interesting as well, but I need to check out more from this director because I really do like Rubber. It's really fun. I should do a full review. I'll probably do a full review on this, but love Rubber. Up next, go from one that I really love to 2 movies that I know nothing about. And this first one is Sandman with a stylized title, S-A-N-D, Sand Man, but that apparently is too hard to figure out, so they have to put Sandman below it. Masterpiece, astounding and surprising power, brilliant. So yeah, this movie, it's about a cult favorite horror film director, T.J. Petty, and he's looking into the world of underground horror movies, and he finds this crew that's making really realistic, scary movies, but maybe they're really realistic for different reasons. They begin to suspect that these people are possible murderers. They say that it's real, and maybe it actually is. And the more they dig into it, apparently it gets pretty spooky. So that's always fun. The sort of House's October built idea of how long till it's not just fun and games and it's actually real. But definitely add this to the Magnet collection. Maybe I should do a Magnet video. There's some fun ones. Magnet actually put out that one I got around Halloween, a Murder Party, and that was a really good movie. Last one, Zan Cassavetes presents Kiss of the Damned. Her Love Will Never Die, one of the best vampire films. So this is kind of like, you know, those vampire films where they're romantic, but it's really dark and not just cheesy. They made a ton of these way back in the day. But this vampire falls in love with a human, but that's not going to really fly by her sister, who is going to come in and try to destroy things. So you get a good amount of tension there, and the vampires are going to be fighting each other. I hope this has a good amount of dark horror and it's not just romance. It's kind of hard to say with these things, but yeah, I'm always up for a good vampire movie, and I'm building a pretty huge vampire collection. I should do more vampire movies on the channel. I've reviewed the Universal and Hammer and stuff, so I should cover more. There's some pretty classic ones, Fright Night, stuff like that. So I need to do a vampire movie binge, but Kiss of the Damned from Magnet. That really does sound like a Hammer title, doesn't it? Hammer did a ton of vampires. So Kiss of the Damned is the last one for now. I'll be back in 2 weeks. I do this series every 2 weeks, and I'll be back with probably another 10 movies, maybe more, and I'm thinking I might do an extra long one for part 20. Still up in the air. But anyway, 10 movies, so that's fun. To everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll put a relevant playlist at the bottom. Should be my hauls playlist. You can go back and watch this series from part 1, see how different I was back then. Not really that different, I just talked a little slower. But also you can see, say the Black Friday haul and stuff is in there, and a few other stores, mainly Dollar Tree. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. You really are helping the channel out. Relevant playlist down there. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.